Hey guys, so before we get started, one thing you want to do, and I probably should have did this with the Illustrator files, but better late than never, is to make a project folder. In the project folder, you can see I already made a folder called Motion Graphics, but I want to go into a little bit more because we're going to have multiple projects in this class. So I'm going to right click, make a new folder in my Motion Graphics folder so I always know where it's at. And let's just call this one logo animation. AE for After Effects. Okay, so that's going to be my project folder for this week or for this project, which is the logo animation. And inside of this folder, I'm going to create some subfolders. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to create one called AE files. And these will be my project files, my After Effects app project files. For things I might be bringing in, and you want to do this with each project just so you can organize. If you're going to a different computer, if you're going to share files, you're going to do whatever, you need to have everything in the right folder. Otherwise, what you don't want to do is have, oh, I saved this sound file on my desktop. I saved this image in my, or video in my documents folder, and I saved this someplace else in my downloads. You want everything in the same folder because After Effects breaks if it has to keep looking and you move anything. So everything stays in the project folder. So we're going to make a new folder here. And I'm going to call this one images. Because if I'm going to use any images, we won't for this project, but you want to get into the habit. Folder, vector images. And that we will be using because that's the stuff, that's the Illustrator files we'll be actually using. Sound for if we're going to use sound files. So our sound files will go in here, sounds. If we were importing or using any videos, I would make one. And rendering out movies, I can make a folder called renders. It's the stuff I render out, the movies I render out when I'm testing it and looking at it. So I want to make these folders, and my After Effects file is going to be saved in my AE files. So make sure that you do this. For people who are working on a Mac, you might want to do this on your desktop. But essentially, any of these, you just want to make sure sounds go in here, render out to here, vector images would be your Illustrator images, images from Photoshop, video, and your After Effects project files.